Hello everyone, welcome to the next session in the series of Salesforce Admin. Today we'll be talking about page layouts in Salesforce. Let's start with the agenda of the session first. So this session will mostly be hands-on focused and we'll be covering what are page layouts, some elements of page layouts. Then we'll be talking a bit about tabs in Salesforce and also list views and how you can customize those. So, there a lot of people ask me the question, what is a page layout, right, in Salesforce, and what is the power of page layouts in Salesforce? So, page layout in Salesforce basically allows you to customize and organize your detail, wherein you see all the fields, rated list, and all that structure. It helps you to customize that, and we can also customize it as per record types as well as certain profiles. So, in a lot of scenarios, we have requirements wherein different personas of people, for example a salesperson and a manager needs to see different fields, right? Some fields might not be visible to a sales guy but might be visible to his manager and stuff like that. So that can be controlled, and one page layout can also be assigned to multiple profiles, so it is kind of a multi-layered structure here. Talking about few elements of page layouts, we'll be diving deeper into it once we start with the hands-on after this small presentation here. So it covers fields. You can add buttons, you can add custom links, quick actions. Then there are mobile actions, expanded layouts, and related lists. So all this can be configured in a page layout. Talking about tabs in Salesforce, so a tab is like a user interface wherein you can showcase to a customer what is an object, how they can create an object and stuff like that. The entire object structure you see, right, when you click on an account, you see the account tab open. That is how you can configure a custom object tab. Then you have web tabs, which are like LWC tabs and all, and then you have Visual Force tabs as well. List views. So list view is basically, as soon as you hit a tab, for example, of account, right, you'll see account list view. Mostly it is recently viewed or whatever you have pinned. So list view gives you a set of search conditions that display records that match the search conditions, and you can also change those conditions. So for example, if you want to search for records of birthdays in this month, so you want to search for contacts where birthdays in this month, then you can probably filter that out in a list view and you can get a crisp view there. You can also use reports for that, but yeah, list view is also a good option here. So now I think we should deep dive into the hands-on session. So I'll just share my screen and log into my Salesforce, and let's explore page layouts, tabs, and list views.
So this is basically an account page, right? And you see details here. This is the detail section wherein this is controlled by basically the page layout, right? So let's dive into the page layout section here. Let me open that. Before that, so how page layouts helps is, suppose for example, you see this annual revenue, right? Let me put a number here. Okay. I'm putting a random number here. Suppose you want us this annual revenue should be up here somewhere, right? And this rating should be down here somewhere. So everything can be controlled, right, with the page layout. Yeah, so you see, right, this page is very bland as of now, and you want to divide it into sections. For example, basic detail section is separate, wherein you have the name and few other details, right? Then you have address section, wherein you have all the office locations and addresses and things like that. So let me dive into the object manager and go to the account layouts here. So when you click on page layouts, if you create a new object, right, you'll get a standard one layout, that is the account layout or whatever the object name is, and plus layout. That is a keyword you usually use. So I'll open this layout. It opens something like this, right? This is the layout which is visible here if you look at on the screen. Now let's do some changes. Okay. Let's put a rating somewhere here, and let's put annual revenue on top, and let's hit quick save. So now there are two buttons. One is quick save and save. So save, basically it saves it and closes the window. Quick save just allows you to probably just quick save it and take a look if everything is fine and it does not close the window. I'm reloading this. You see the annual revenue is right here, and then the rating is out here. We made this edge, right? Now moving on, You see these certain fields, right? You can click on this to remove it. You can click on these to remove it. And then you have the created date, created by, created date, last modified by. You can remove these fields, right? And using this minus button here. Now, how to add a section? So when you're here on fields, by the way, you see these fields grayed out. These are because they're already on the layout. So you cannot redeploy them, right? Yeah. So now how to create a section? You can drag a section, put it here, give the name of the section, say basic basic details. You can choose the column of the layout and then hit OK. You see that the section is created. Now let me put the account name here. Let me put the parent account here. Let me put annual revenue here, fax, phone, website, stuff like that here. And yeah, we can save it out. So now the section basic details will be added here. Reload this one. Yeah, you see, right? The basic details has been added. But it says basic detail and it does not show the other name because header visibility is edited, and you can put this on the detail section and give the name. Yep, because it was not active. That was the reason. So I'm hitting quick save, reloading this one. Yep, now you see the account information is also available and basic details are also available. Now moving on, suppose you want to mark this field as read only or required from the layout. So you can mark it as read only. It'll act as read only, right? The benefit of this is that if you want to do it from a user perspective, that user should not be able to edit it, then that is fine. Otherwise, this won't make any sense in case there's a API or some background automation editing it or updating it. That is definitely possible because it is not a read only field for everyone. It is just for from the UI, right? Okay. And now moving on. Now moving on to the next steps here. So we have buttons. You can drag and drop buttons. These are basically used in Classic. Then you have custom links. You can similarly drag and drop the custom links. You have quick actions. You can drag and drop these quick actions. We'll also be covering how to create a quick action in our next video, which is from here. And then you have mobile actions. You have expanded lookups. You have rated lists. Rated lists also we'll be covering in next session, wherein we'll be talking about what is related list and how to use that. But yeah, for now you can understand that these contacts and all the child objects basically come under related list, and you can use the page layouts to configure that as well. Okay. Now the next thing I want to talk about is assignment of page layouts. So page layouts can be assigned to different profiles and record types. We'll be also talking about a bit about record types, since that those are also required here. So let me go to record types once. There are no record types on account as of now. I'll just create a one to demonstrate how we can assign. So it is cloning from the existing record type. Then I should name it as maybe customer accounts, right? These are customer accounts. I marked it as active. Done. Right. So this will basically bifurcate account into two types. One is the master and one is the account. So I'm assigning account layout to this particular record type. You can also apply different layouts in case you want, but as of now, I'm assigning account layout. Let me hit save. Now, what will happen is whenever I go on an account, right, and I click on new account from here, I think I've overdone. So whenever you click on new account, right, you'll get to see a pop-up which asks you to select the record type of the record you want to create. And this record type can also be controlled via profile. And you can also control picklist values basis record type. So it is a great tool. Suppose you have two types of accounts. One are customers and another are partners. So you can have like two record types for partners and customers, and you might have different page layouts and pick list values for both. Now let me go back here, click on page layout assignments. Now, if you see here, right, there are two record types: master, that is the standard one, and then customer, which you just created. You can go here on the edit assignments and assign whatever you want to assign to. Say you want to assign the master record type, and Salesforce system admin profile, you want to assign a separate record type. You can go ahead, change it, and hit save. So that is how you can control the assignment basis profiles and record type. And this is a really important tool which you'll be using as you progress in your career. Talking about, I'll be moving on to the tabs now. In case of any questions, you can just comment on the video below, and I'll be happy to answer. You can also reach out to me on my Instagram, LinkedIn and Twitter handles. I'm there on Instagram though, but it is a private account, so I don't usually check my inbox there. But you can reach out to me on Twitter and LinkedIn handles, which are mentioned in the description below. So let's move on to the tabs now. What are tabs? So any custom object you create, right, you need to create a tab for that to make it visible to the end user who's using the UI. So this is an account tab. As soon as you click on the account tab, you see a related list, and you can probably select whatever account you want. And suppose I select Kizzy Consulting, it takes you to the record page. This is the record page. Yep. So that is the difference. Now, how to create a tab for custom objects? You can hit new here, right? You can select whatever object you want to create a tab for. For example, let's do it for a speaker, right? Just for example, you can select a tab style. This option, by the way, also comes whenever you are creating a new object. It asks you to select the tab style, and it asks you to create a tab if required, right? If you want to, not required, but if you want to. So you can select the tab display as default on. If you want it to be on every profile, in case you want that it should be disabled, then you can disable it for certain profiles as well. But for now, I'll put it to default on. You can hit next, right? You can include it on all the custom apps you want. So if you click here, right, you can see the apps. So if you want it on all the apps, you can hit include all apps, include tab, hit save. So now it has already created a tab for speakers here. You can just reload your screen and search for that. Speakers. Yeah, there you go. Yep, it is already there now. Now let me come back to tabs. Sorry, to setup here. Apart from these custom tabs, right? You can also create apart from the tabs for custom objects, you can also create the web tabs, visual force tabs, and lightning component tabs. And this won't make more sense now because we have not covered visual force pages, lighting components, and stuff like that. So we can talk about this in a later series to come. But for now, yeah, this is all about tabs. Now talking about list views. So what are list views? Right. So if you go to the object page, right, you'll firstly go to the list view page. So as soon as I hit the recently viewed, right, you can see a lot of list views are created: account status, all accounts, my accounts, next week, new this week, and stuff like that. So these are really helpful because they allow you to probably filter out the details you want to see on a particular object, and that gives you a glimpse of the filtered data here. You can also pin this. So there's a button called pin. For example, I change it to all contacts and I pin this. Now, whenever I come to accounts, right, it'll show me the pinned related list. The list view. And you can also filter out certain things and create your own list views, and all those things are possible. So let me go to the account status. Let me click on the filter here, right? And you can see I have added this filter called based on status. And let me hit save here. As soon as I hit save, it updates the filters, right? Ignore the account names. I do a lot of practice and testing on this org, so ignore that for now. So you can see, right, and you can add whatever filters you want. So if you want account currency equals say euro, right? So all those accounts will come up where the currency is euro. So there are no accounts in the system, nothing came up. In this way, you can create your own filters, and then you can. This is a refresh button. You can also do an inline editing. Let me remove all the filters for now. Remove all the filters and hit save. Or we can go to the recently viewed list. Yeah. So we can uh so there's also Kanban view here. If you want to summarize by annual revenue, you can do it, right? Or whatever you want to. So you'll get a nice Kanban board here. Yeah. This is the view you will get. You can also split. You have a split view wherein you have on the left side you can see the records, and on right side you can see the windows. Right. You can have a table here. Then you can also create a new list view. So basically, this related recently view list is a standard list and is not that much configurable, right? So let me show you. You can clone the list view. You can rename it. You can control the sharing settings, right? You can say, okay, only I can see this list view, or all everybody should see a list view, or you want a certain group of users to see it. Whatever you want, you can configure that. Then you have list filters editing here, as I just displayed, right? And you can also control the table headers, right, with whatever fields you want to display. So you can simply put it, and it will come up. So this is also easy go there. Then if you want to delete certain list view, then you can also delete that. Yeah, so that is about it. And I think I've already covered most of the things. There's something called as printable view. You can click on it, and it gives you kind of a beautified print screen which you can use to print. So this is also a great tool. A lot of our customers personally do use this one, and you can hit the new button to get a new record here. I have overridden this, so ignore this for now. But yeah, that should work. You can try it out and mention in comments what you encountered here. I think that's it for this series. Thanks for watching, and we'll be coming back with more series. Thanks.